conversation with character to reflect on my past to present, aware of character defects.
I'm sorry.
The passion, the power, the purpose of unwoven recovery, unity, service, 1 year token.
The most prestigious network in the land.
This is Character Acid. You already know Character did it. I'm here with Royalty, who is an up-and-coming artist in ATL, doing all sorts of things, making moves. Royalty, tell us about yourself.
What's up, my mans? So right now I'm actually not in Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm in South Carolina now. I done jumped over to the South Carolina market. I'm from Virginia originally. I am a music artist who realized I had to take on a lot of skill sets to kind of get to where I want to go. I started doing my career 100% independent, and now I'm in everything.
Hell yeah. What part of Virginia are you from?
I'm from Virginia Beach. I was born in Norfolk, but I was raised in Virginia Beach.
Okay. I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Okay, yeah, DMV baby.
DMV, hell yeah. How old are you?
Oh yeah, my bad. You said turn this sideways.
Oh, you good.
I actually just turned 31, but everybody thinks I'm 23. It's funny.
Hell yeah. So what was coming up in Norfolk and Virginia Beach like?
Virginia is one of those tough areas. It's like right on the line of the northern side of the world, like New York, Connecticut, all that type of stuff. I actually used to live in Connecticut. I done rode the Chinese bus to New York, You from Maryland, so you know how the DMV get down. So
yeah.
I had to get outside of my area to find success in the music market because Virginia has a very small crab in the barrel type of mentality, So I've traveled all the states, the countries, everything to make something happen for my career.
When did you leave Virginia?
When I first went to college, I went to school at Shaw University in Raleigh, and then I went back to Norfolk State in Virginia. But after I got to the college age, that's when I was like, I'm out. I ain't coming back. Right here.
When did you start making music?
I've always been musically inclined. So I used to be the person in school where if you beat on the desk with the pencils, I'll have a little rhyme for you with some jokes, I've been writing books and plays and music and stuff since I was 10 years old. I started taking my music career seriously at age 17. And that's when I started making songs and videos and doing performances and really pushing myself.
Hell yeah. I mean, I've been told you rubbing elbows with some pretty big names. Yeah, man. Tell me about that.
Okay. I do music video directing and casting. A part of trying to make my career possible, I started getting into a lot behind the scenes. And I've worked with Boosie. I've worked with DaBaby. When DaBaby performed at the Coca-Cola Roxy Theater in 2019, I'm the one who brought out all the strippers for his stripper set.
Hell yeah.
I just put myself in the right places at the right times. I've personally done video directing services with my shit Diesel, or a lot of people may know him as Diesel Films. You may see the tag Diesel Films on a lot of major videos like Tomorrow 2 with Cardi B and Royaly. He gets all the major video placements. So shout out to Diesel. Even though we are not doing business right now, Diesel opened a lot of doors for me. That is my dog, I used to go to the videographers and say, man, what you need me to do? I'll type your treatments. I'll hold your lights. Whatever, and he allowed me to do the casting for a lot of his projects. And I ended up landing gigs like White Boys with Black Zach. I did Beat Monster for Q Money and Maul and Quill. He helped me with the Nameless video for Little Keed. I have a lot of cameos in major videos. If you watch Nameless, you'll see me on the counter. I'm in the 2 Chainz and OT Genesis video Thick because I helped with some of the girls being on set for that. See a Winner with Trouble and City Girls. It's so many places where I put myself in the mix, so.
What made you decide to go the videography route?
To be honest, unlike other music artists, I just decided that whatever I gotta do to make the relationships I need to make, I'm gonna do it. I didn't want to do no videography stuff. I just realized that women was the ticket to my success. These rich men, they like women, okay? Well, the ones who do. You know, we're going to talk about the ones who don't, but I was the one who would get 20 chicks to come out to an event, and it became a thing where people knew if I call on Royalty, she's going to have 20 bad chicks here, girls, whatever we need. And I just became like a resource person. I felt like whatever these people need for me to open these doors for myself, that's what I'm going to do. Are you recording me?
Hey, what up?
Tag him, we gonna tag him, yeah.
Hell yeah. Nah, so I was also told you had Nick Lavelle in your living room.
I've been in Nick Lavelle's living room. He ain't been in mine.
All right. Well, you know, same thing.
Like, Nick Lavelle is a great guy, man. When I was in Atlanta, I lived in Atlanta from 2016 to 2020. And, you know, I used to think that what people said about the Atlanta market was like hype. Nah, it's for real. When I finally broke down and moved to Atlanta, my dreams literally catapulted. It's like Black Hollywood or like Hollywood, you know, not even just Black Hollywood. You can meet someone in the field at the gas station, at the wherever, you know. I was meeting people who would say such and such is my cousin, and it was really their cousin. I got a good relationship with Young Thug's cousin. You know, I've met great people. Nick Lavelle was a person who he came from Detroit to tackle the Atlanta market. I came from VA to tackle the Atlanta market. And when he first came out there, I was throwing the pool parties and the mansion parties. And, you know, Nick, one thing I can say about Nick is such a humble guy. He came into that market with like 100,000, 200,000 followers. He had this little clique. It was like 4 dudes. And they go and do these little buff chest, sexy rolling concerts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got the girls, they doing all the sexy stuff on the girls. And he had a big motion for that. So I reached out to his team. I reached out to Dreadhead Wild Boy. Shout out to him too. They're doing film, they're in movies, and they act like regular human beings. And I said, hey man, I got this group of girls. I do model casting, and I think it would be dope to have some skits with you all. So we started doing skits. I got some funny skits on an old page that I need to probably redrop, but that's how I met Nick. And then Nick, I started inviting him to events that I would have. I didn't think he was going to show up. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, he's got way more motion, way more followers, a lot more money, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people I've met out there are very Hollywood, but not Nick Lavelle. Nick Lavelle is not Hollywood at all. For the status of who he is in real life, you would not know being around him. So he started coming to my parties, and let me tell you something about Nick. He pay at the door just like everybody else. He is.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah, he's a great guy in business. He don't feel like he deserves something because he accomplished something. And we were able to establish a nice relationship that way, you know. So yeah, now he's giving me my shot to be on the world tour. He hired me to help work the world tour with Jaucqees. And when I heard his story, because Jaucqees did an interview about Nick Lavelle, and he said, I only know this guy because he used to pay for all the opener slots on my tours. So he thoroughly understands pay like you wait. Put your business where your mouth is. Yep. You know, make the relationship. And he turned around and gave me a shot where I appreciate him, you know? So I've met his kids. I've been in his house. We're not like the best of friends, but we definitely have a nice association. And I appreciate him giving my company a chance to work the tour, for real.
That's amazing. And I think you're a prime example of shoot your shot, man. You don't ever know what's actually going to make it. You know, you're on film sets. I can't imagine how many shots you shot when not knowing what was going to happen, but it got you your next job, your next connection, man.
Look, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. I got a tattoo on my arm. You see it? It says, try your luck.
Hey, that exactly. My point exactly, right?
Gotta try your luck, man. I knew either people were gonna reject me or they were gonna open the door. And I put God first in everything that I do. I really believe in myself. A lot of people don't know I pray to God for the talent to be able to freestyle the way that I can, and my musical ability only comes from God. So when I tell him I want to meet somebody, he'd be like, go for it, and I go. I don't know about anybody else, but I got a very strong faith, that faith of a mustard seed that they talk about in the Bible. I really thoroughly believe in that. I keep that close, and I owe my career, my success, and whatever people praise for me, I owe it all to God. So I actually decided to be a Christian drill rapper now.
Okay.
I'm gonna do all Christian drill rap.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So of all these things that you've experienced, that you've accomplished, what's the moment you're proudest of?
I think what I'm most proud of is that I have an energy that gives people hope. And I've been able to pour into so many other people who may have lost hope. I meet a lot of musicians who, and this is why I started becoming Royalty Management, my music management company. I meet a lot of musicians who feel like they want to give up on their dreams because people are playing with people's careers and money and talent and scamming them and feeding. So the thing that I'm most proud about is that people believe in themselves because of who I am and what I say to them. To be able to empower other people, that's what I'm happy about.
Mad respect to that.
The other stuff.
Hell yeah. What have been the biggest obstacles that you've had to overcome?
Being poor.
Felt.
I don't know, man. I was damn near homeless when I lived in Atlanta. I ain't never been super rich because I'm not gonna do anything illegal for money, or I'm not out here selling drugs. I'm not living the crazy life, And also, I walked away from working jobs, so I built my own companies. And having to fund and finance your own companies with no stream of income, I'm always pulling a rabbit out of a hat, So, just overcoming the obstacle of not having money as a resource, but still making it happen.
So what's your dream?
My dream now is to build a record label from the ground up that actually pays talent. I started my own event concept called Culture Shock, and I pay independent talent to perform without contracts, without all the BS and pulling their leg. I have an independent touring circuit that I'm building in the East Coast. And literally these talent acts, they get paid half of what they bring through the door revenue-wise. Because of my journey in the last 10 years behind the scenes in the music industry, I was able to identify that we pay to get into venues. We pay for VIP sections. We pay for these top opener slots. And the promoter never comes back and goes, hey, here's $1,000. You just made me 12 grand.
Yep.
So I'm changing the narrative on the music industry, period. And that's my dream right now, to build a real society where musicians are getting paid for who they are, what they are, and all the work that they do,
No doubt. There's something I got to talk to you about after the interview, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your dream?
I always said I was going to have a Hollywood star walk of fame, the little star on the floor. I'm going to be a legend. And that's all I ever prayed to God for, like how you still talk about Tupac to this day, how you still talk about Biggie Smalls and Jesus and whoever else, I want to have a name that lives on for an eternity. So I realized in order to do that, I got to pour into millions of people first before myself. How do you get people to rate you as a legend? You have to bless them up. You got to put them in position. So that's my dream. I want, when I die, somebody remembers me. Everybody remembers me for amazing things, So that's what I'm doing.
I love that. I heard something the other day. It was everybody dies twice. Once when they die, and once when their name is spoken for the last time.
That's true. And when you leave a lasting impact on the world, people will never not speak your name. If you notice, we still talk about Michael Jackson. How long has he been dead? That's my dream. I want to be a legend.
Yep. Absolutely.
Legendary.
Now, I've seen you working with some guys I know decently well. Two Hendrix.
Yeah.
Tell me about how y'all linked and what y'all doing together.
I actually have I guess it's an employee, but it's more like a friend, This is my dog. She here actually. Janae is a person who works for Becoming Royalty Management, and she's so special, man. She's like the dot connector. And she came into my company recently, and she ain't played no games. So she introduced me to Gemini because we were talent scouting for the tour. And the conversation that I had with Gemini was like crazy. I was on the phone with this man for 3 hours, and I tried to hang up within the first 15 minutes. And he was just like doing so much business, man. He was not playing. So, I got introduced to 200 that way, and they introduced me to like the viral marketing groups and all that stuff. And I'm like, wow. But I told them I really like their music. I believe in them. Gemini has a great head on his shoulders, and so does Apollo. And 200, I believe they're going to go far. Even if it's not under my talent management agency, they're great dudes.
Absolutely. And they're talented, and they bring the energy to shows too, man.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I got them booked for the Dallas show on the Jaucqees tour. I can't wait to see the footage, and I wish I could be there in person, but I'm on the East Coast dates.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for them to go tear the house down for real.
Hell yeah. You got anything else coming up you want to talk about?
I'm going to do another culture shock, and I'm almost 100% sure that next time I'm going to have Day Day and Little Man Jay on those dates. So I'm not releasing any details yet because things change so much behind the scenes. Like, I didn't know I was going to be doing this tour, to be honest. I was putting together another culture shock show. I was supposed to be doing a show with Black Zach, and I got the call from Nick for the tour, and I literally had to pause my whole what I was doing so that I could help with this. So next, I'm definitely going to have another Culture Shock event, and I hope you get to come perform at it. I would love to pay you. If you got people that's going to pay to come see you, I don't know if you could be on the East Coast, but I pay based on who comes to the venue and spends money.
I feel you. I don't really do music. I make music, but I don't ever push it or anything like that. It's just for me.
You need to. Why? You got the energy. You gotta get out here, man.
I'll send you the one song that I get good response from. But I appreciate that. But I know all sorts of artists in ATL that could bring real people and everything. So definitely keep me in touch.
Yeah. Like, even on the marketing side, we probably could do good business on the marketing side. But if you got a song, man, I'm gonna make you perform it. You gotta perform it at least once.
It's called Make a Milli with my man bun, bro.
Right.
All right, before we end this, is there any kind of like life lesson or sentiment that you want to leave anybody watching?
Don't give up, man. I'm where I am today because I have yet to give up. And I go through all the same emotions as everybody else. I cry real tears. I want to quit. Dude, I feel all the feelings, but I never give up.
Hell yeah. I really appreciate you, Tom. This has been an awesome episode with the big connector, the one who's making real things happen for everybody out there, man. Follow her up, hit her up.
Shout out to you, for real. Like, before you give me my flowers, I want to give you your flowers. And I'm so sorry to cut you off because I know you're doing your
No, you're good. You're good.
I got to give you your flowers because you built a platform full of love and good energy. And I thank you for, wanting to talk to me today. You the dot connector. You the big boy. Shout out to you.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. This has been Characterized. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
The most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.